Hello friends, I have a special video for you today. I thought to thank you all for watching my Metallica 72 Seasons music video reactions, I should try to learn these songs. But I'm just a lowly punk rock guitarist. I'm not Big Papa Het. So I thought I could learn at least one section of each of these songs. And what's one consistent section in this album that's pretty good? The outros. So I thought I can learn every outro on this album. But to make it spicy, I need to do it in less than 1 hour. And what's the consequence? If I don't, I'm gonna smash my guitar.
You what?
I'm gonna smash it against the concrete as many times as I can. If it dies, it dies. I do have some gear that should help me get started. Metallica shirt? Check. Nice shades to make me feel really cool? Check. The most important item, the James Hetfield ultra-wide armband. Check. Let's suit up. Now we're ready for some Metallica. So I considered if there was any strategy needed to accomplish this mission, but I decided to just learn the songs in order that they come on the album to hopefully make it easier to stick into my head. And you're definitely going to want to stick to the end of this video because I'm going to have to prove if I can play these tracks by playing along to the medley I made with the drum and bass backing tracks I found. And whether or not I nail it, you might see a guitar get smashed, so you're definitely going to want to stay till the end. I had some tools for this challenge. My 1 hour timers, so I can keep track of the time. The official tabs created by the Ultimate Guitar team, which includes these amazingly helpful MIDI tracks. And finally, my baby boy, little Jackson. Now, I've only had Jackson for a little over a year, but he's the first guitar I bought myself. Now, I was ready to start my epic journey through this album. I figured it would be best to take a listen to the MIDI track first and then try it out. 3 things stood out to me.
A lot of chuggy, a bunch of opens. Repeat, repeat, repeat. 5 times.
So I focused on each part one at a time. I felt good about the pieces, but I needed to make it all gel together. So I gave it a shot with the MIDI track. But I was messing up because I just couldn't hear MIDI James enough. I gave it another go and I put it in the bank. I looked at the time and I got excited.
Oh yeah, dude, 4 minutes.
That gave me a false sense of confidence for what was still yet to come. Shadows Follows was next, so I jumped right into it by taking a listen.
Heavy. Batman.
This one sounded so good and groovy, I couldn't wait to start playing. But what's this?
Of course.
So I kept going, and I focused hard on the heavy. I looked at the last part of the song and decided to give it a try, but instantly forgot about the funky part when I got to it.
I forgot about that part.
That riff was tricky, so I needed to focus if I was really going to nail it. So I decided to practice that one part over and over and
Dang
over.
it. I'm close.
I was getting close, but I was starting to feel the pressure of the time weighing down on me.
10 minutes.
I knew that from this point forward, I was really going to have to start nailing these parts, and a lot faster. So with the pressure of my guitar's ability to function,
really don't want to smash my guitar.
Please don't smash me.
and the encouraging words of MIDI James and Papa Het,
My son, I am proud of you.
I moved on to Screaming Suicide. Lucky for me, it was pretty simple, but still
nasty.
I practiced it a couple times and almost nailed it with the MIDI play along.
So close. I'm pretty close. I'm gonna get that when I go to record it. Next song.
I was hoping for more simple outros.
James, where them at?
This one turned out to be simple power chords, but I liked it.
And it's heavy. It sounds like it's descending, like I'm going downstairs to a dungeon.
I gave it a shot after looking at the tabs, and I actually did pretty good.
That was kind of the first try. Nailed it. Next song.
Now, if you've heard this album, then you know this song has a killer outro with a sick harmony. and it's so good.
Get him, James.
There's just one part that's a little tough.
Oh, the bendy. The bendies are going to be hard because I put on the super heavy strings because I break my strings all the time. Thank you. Yeah! Oh, I broke a string in the breakdown. Yeah, we're going to try.
But I wasn't going to let that stop me. I went over the riff a few times and decided to test my luck with MIDI James.
Wanna catch these hands?
Ooh, I'm like 90%. If that was Guitar Hero, I would have passed with a green. Put that in the bank.
Now, aEterna has an absolute ripper riff to start off the outro. And I had some serious concerns.
What are you doing with these downstrokes, dude?
So I tried over and over and over again.
You think he's downstroking it? Is he? Is he? How is he doing it? How's he doing it? It's not even difficult. It's just fast. It's just really fast. And it's all down.
I practiced at it, but I was pretty worried about it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in on time. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Stay until the end. We're going to find out.
Now, I was officially at the halfway point in the album and conveniently at the halfway point in my 1 hour timer. But I wasn't going to rest now because I knew I had some tough outros ahead of me. Crown wasn't too bad except for the very last riff in the outro.
Of course he has to do that. One, open, one, open, one, open.
But then I had an idea.
There we go. Just use all your fingers. Easy. Let's lock this boy in.
So I tried my new technique on MIDI James.
You've done well, my son.
Lock it in. It's in. Let's go. We're about to chase light. Oh, we better start chasing because we only got 26 minutes left.
As soon as I listened to the MIDI track, I started to get flashbacks.
I remember this one. It almost gave me a seizure.
This was a relatively simple outro, but the riffs required a bit of care to make them sound just right. Keeping that in mind, I went through the riff a few times until I got a look at the clock.
We're close. Mom, we don't got much time and we don't want to smash the poop out of this thing.
But this is my boy we're talking about here, and I wasn't going to let him go without a fight. So I focused my mind, and I did a pretty good trial run with MIDI James.
All right. Put that boy in the bank.
Now, I may have a problem with Darkness as a song overall, but I love this outro. So I threw on that MIDI track and sank into that sweet, sweet groove of MIDI James.
I don't want to do nothing else but listen to this. It's a master class in the open E.
The toughest part was locking in the rhythm, but once I did that, there wasn't much else. So I locked it in, and I thanked James for the tasty groove.
Good. Good job, James.
At first glance of the tabs, I started to get excited.
I think Papa Het gave me an easy one today.
This riff was giving me Kill 'Em All vibes.
Just like No Remorse. You can't steal from yourself.
But this one wasn't much of a challenge, so I did one last practice and moved on.
I feel good about that.
Now, I was really looking forward to Room of Mirrors because it's my personal favorite track on this album.
What about me?
Okay, it's like my top 2. But when I scrolled to the outro portion on the official tabs, I was epically disappointed. I thought the part with the harmony was the outro, but it turns out it's something called a
Interlude.
Exquisite.
Now, because Room of Mirrors is my most viewed video currently, thank you, I decided to learn the interlude too. But I was only going to do James' first layer of rhythm guitar because of the time constraint I'm on. Mirrors needed some precision with the palm-muted tremolos and a little slidiness with the last part.
Oh. Five, four.
But after a couple runs of it, I felt pretty good.
Okay, I think I pretty much got that one.
This was it. The final song. I only had 10 minutes left to learn Inamorata and go over whatever other parts I needed before the big outro medley test to determine the fate of Baby Jackson.
I'm nervous.
Inamorata's outro turned out to be epic and heavy, but lucky for me, it was also relatively simple. So after a couple of tries, I locked it in and I moved on to going back over the songs to make sure I tightened up any loose ends.
It's the final countdown.
Now I was in the final stretch. I had just under 8 minutes to go over any riffs that I needed practice on, and remember, it's an outro medley, so I had to know the songs well enough to play them out of order if need be. So I touched on each outro starting from the first one. After learning and jamming to these outros for almost an hour now, and going back through each one, I felt like I've grown as a guitar player and as a person.
That's my boy.
I was using every last drop of time I could to rehearse, but with 4 minutes left, my Sony Cam couldn't handle the metal and died.
And so did the backlights behind me. Everything dies.
I mean this, I'm okay. Trust me.
That stole a minute from me, which would prove to be very detrimental, because as I finally made my way back to Inamorata, the clock struck 0.
Last one. Inamorata. We're out of time. That's all the time to practice. It's time to put up or shut up.
Did I have what it takes to play every outro on Metallica's 72 Seasons album? Will I let Midi James and Papa Het down?
No, my boy.
Father help.
It's time to find out. I present to you the epic Metallica 72 Seasons outro medley.
Till my shadows follow.
As you can see, I just nailed every outro on the album 72 Seasons by Metallica, and I did it in Okay, I really didn't do it in 60 minutes. Dude, this video took hours to make. So to celebrate that massive failure, and to celebrate my subscribers and the viewers I've gained along the way, I'm still gonna smash my guitar. But not this one. Let's smash another one. Alright, I got my boys here, I got my guitar, and we're ready to smash. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1.
I'm in danger.
I gave each swing the full force of my might, hoping to smash this guitar into tiny little pieces for my viewers. But only tiny little chunks were coming off. I was getting frustrated. I needed to dig deeper. I needed to go beyond.
Subscribe! Thanks.
You're